Hi everyone! Thanks for joining me today on this Wednesday afternoon. If you weren't able to join Zoom today, I'm going to be reading a few more pages in chapter 6. On Monday, we talked about mudslides and landslides. Today, we're going to be starting to talk about avalanches. Avalanches are similar to landslides and mudslides, except they are with snow. So large chunks of snow break off from the side of the mountain and come sliding down. They can be extremely dangerous. So let's start as I read avalanches. Avalanches are a mix of rock, snow, dirt, and ice. They travel quickly and suddenly down the steep sides of mountains. Avalanches happen often. There are about 250,000 a year in the Alps mountain range in Europe. A mountain range is just mountains one next to each other. France has held the world avalanche record for the past 10 years. Many of the avalanches in the United States happen on the West Coast. So we are on the East Coast. Most of the avalanches happen all the way on the other side of our country. For the past 6 years, Alaska has recorded the largest number. Large avalanches contain lots of snow. The snow could fill 20 football fields, 10 feet deep. So it can fill each football field. They are huge. Each football field is filled with 10 feet of snow. And 20 of those football fields, oh my goodness. Imagine being caught in that. Wow. That is a lot of snow. The most dangerous avalanches are called slab avalanches. They form when a soft or weak layer of snow cannot hold the snow layers that cover it. An avalanche expert in Utah describes a slab avalanche as a dinner plate sliding off a table. Slab avalanches travel fast, more than 60 miles per hour. You could never outrun one. So, what a slab avalanche is, and I explained this in our Zoom meeting earlier today. Sometimes when it snows and you go outside, you can make a really hard snowball, a perfect snowball, and it'll stay together. Sometimes snow can be packed together hard like that. Other times when it snows, you might go outside and try to make a snowball, but the snow just falls apart and doesn't harden. Well, that loose snow that you can't make a snowball with, if that's under lots of hard snow and that pressure is being put on that loose snow, it can't hold the top layers, so then all of it breaks off the side of the mountain. And that's what a slab avalanche is. When those loose snow layers, they cannot hold the top layers of snow and it breaks off. And the dangerous thing about slab avalanches is it's very hard to know when it's going to happen. The last part we're going to read today is called Blame the Snowflakes. Under a microscope, snowflakes look like stars with 6 points. No two are the same. When snow falls, new layers of snow put pressure on the snow underneath. This pressure makes the points on the snowflakes rounder. The crystals don't lock together as tightly. Gravity forces the snow to slide down the slope. An avalanche is on the way. So as you can see here, this is magnified snowflakes, so using a microscope, looking at things that are tiny. So some of these snowflakes have pointy edges, but others have more rounded ones. And binding means that those points connect together like this. But sometimes those snowflakes cannot bind together like this. They might only go like this, or they might not even be able to bind together with those rounded edges. So that causes the loose snow when those snowflakes can't bind together. The hard snow where you can make a snowball is when the snowflakes can bind together like this, nice and tight. Avalanches increase when the weather warms up or during big snowstorms. The melting snow or the new snow on melted layers makes the snowflakes unable to bind together. One layer loosens and gravity pulls it, and everything on top of it down the slope. So again, here's the pictures of those snowflakes, which has to do with our activity today. So a lot of, our book said, a lot of avalanches happen because there's that loose snow underneath all those layers of the strong snow with those snowflakes binded together, but it can't hold it together. So it just pulls all that snow down the mountain. So we have our objective, what are landslides, mudslides, and avalanches. And our question is, can you write 2 facts that we read today? And I wrote, remember, facts are sentences that are true and can be proven. So I'm going to post the pictures of what we read, and I want you to find 2 sentences that are facts, telling us things that are true and can be proven. So for instance, my first sentence here of what we read, avalanches are a mix of rock, snow, dirt, and ice. That is a fact. It is true, and we can prove it by even going and looking at an avalanche. We could also look it up. We could also talk to an expert. So you could write that sentence down as a fact. Now I challenge you to not write Miss Candorin's fact sentence down and find 2 more facts that we read about. So that's your writing part. And then our fun bonus activity is creating your own snowflake out of paper. I have 2 videos that I'm going to share the link for. And one is a little bit easier of a way, and the other one's a little bit more challenging. Now, if you don't want to try those 2, you can always just draw your own snowflake. Shout out to Josue for sharing pictures of snowflakes on Google. If you're not sure how you want to draw your snowflake, if that's how you're choosing to make them, you can go on Google and type in snowflakes and look at the images to give you a better visual. But if you'd like to try to make your own snowflake, here's how to do it. I'll show you, and then you can always go back and look at the videos too that I will share the links for. So I'm going to show you the challenge, a little bit more challenging way to make one. So you're going to start with paper like this, and you're going to fold one corner so it meets the edge. Just like that. Then I'm going to cut this rectangular piece off. I'm going to follow this line here. And I have a triangle. Now I have the fold on the bottom, and I'm going to fold this triangle in half again to create another triangle. Now I'm going to hold it like this so the point is at the top. Actually, no, Miss Candorin made a mistake. My point is going to be at the bottom. So I'm going to fold one corner in like that and fold that. And then I'm going to fold the other corner just like that. Now I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to cut these two triangles off. So then you have a triangle that looks like that. Now is the fun part. Now you can really make any design or line with your scissors and it will make a really awesome snowflake. The first thing though is I want a hole in the center of my snowflake. So if you want a hole in the center of your snowflake, you're going to cut that corner off just like that. Now, I'm going to just start cutting my triangle. I'm going to start with almost like a triangle. Then I'm going to curl up. Then I'm going to go over and down. Then I'm going to curl up again, down. Okay, so throw that piece down. And then slowly, some of them are a little fragile. Open it up, and there you go. And you can see there are 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just like it said in our book, there's 6 corners. So there is how Bella, she's being crazy. So there is how you make your fun snowflake. You can follow along with my video, or again, I'm going to post a link for 2 different videos if you'd like to make your own. Or if you'd just like to draw your own, you can do that too. Make sure to send me your pictures of what you're doing, friends, because in 2 days I'm going to have another raffle. Every time you do an activity, I put your name in my meow hat. And on Friday, I'm going to be pulling 4 friends' names out of my hat to send a special prize or prizes to their house. So again, make sure to send me those pictures or let me know what you're doing so I can add your name to the hat. I hope you enjoyed today's part of Chapter 6. On Friday, we're going to be finishing Chapter 6 about avalanches. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. See you later. Bye.